Picture this. A man in a wheelchair rolls up to his favorite coffee shop. Same place he's visited for 3 years, same order every Tuesday morning. But today, everything changes. The manager looks at him with disgust and says 5 words that will haunt this veteran forever. "We don't serve your kind here." 24 hours later, 40 Navy SEALs stand shoulder to shoulder in that same parking lot. What happened in between will restore your faith in humanity and maybe break your heart a little. His name was Marcus Thompson, 38 years old, lost both legs to an IED in Afghanistan while saving his unit from an ambush. The kind of hero who'd never call himself a hero. Marcus had a routine. Every Tuesday, 7 a.m. sharp, he'd wheel himself into Bella's coffee corner. Large black coffee, blueberry muffin, always left a $5 tip for Sarah, the college student who worked mornings to pay for nursing school. But Sarah wasn't working that. Tuesday morning in October, a new manager had started. Derek Walsh, mid-40s, never served a day in his life, but somehow felt entitled to judge those who had. Marcus rolled through the door like always. The morning rush was thick. Business people checking phones, construction workers grabbing, quick fuel before long days, normal Tuesday chaos, but Derek stopped everything. "Excuse me," Derek called out loud enough for the entire shop to hear. "We have a policy about individuals like you." The coffee shop went silent. 42 people suddenly found their shoes very interesting. Marcus looked confused. "I'm sorry?" Disabled people make other customers uncomfortable. Bad for business. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The words hung in the air like poison. Now, here's what you need to understand about Marcus. In Afghanistan, he'd carried 2 wounded soldiers 3 miles through enemy fire. He'd been shot twice and kept fighting. This man had stared down death and won. But sitting in that coffee shop, being told he wasn't welcome because of his sacrifice, that broke something inside him that enemy bullets never could. Marcus didn't argue, didn't make a scene. He simply turned his wheelchair around and left. But someone was watching, someone who would change everything. Lieutenant Colonel James Mitchell, retired Navy SEAL, sat in the corner booth. He'd been having coffee with his daughter before dropping her at school. 25 years of service, 2 Purple Hearts. He knew exactly what he was looking at. Mitchell followed Marcus outside. "Son," Mitchell said, "I saw what happened in there." Marcus wiped his eyes quickly. "It's fine, sir. It's fine." "No, it's not fine. What's your name, soldier?" "Marcus Thompson, sir. Army Rangers." "Well, former Rangers." Mitchell's jaw tightened. "Former? Son, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And what just happened in there, that's not America. That's not what you fought for." Marcus tried to smile. "Sometimes people just don't understand, sir." "Understanding isn't the problem here, Marcus. Respect is. And tomorrow morning, you're going to get all the respect you've earned." Mitchell made one phone call that afternoon to his former SEAL team commander, who made another call and another. The E2ED, network of brotherhood that connects every service member, from the smallest base to the Pentagon, began to hum with quiet purpose. By 6 p.m. that evening, Mitchell had 43 confirmed responses, active duty SEALs, retired Green Berets, Marine Force Recon, Navy pilots, Army Rangers, even a few Air Force pararescue jumpers who heard about it through the grapevine. The message was simple. Bella's Coffee Corner, 7 a.m., dress uniform, we're having coffee with a brother. Marcus didn't sleep that night. He kept replaying Derek's words. "We don't serve your kind here." What kind was that exactly? The kind who puts country before self? The kind who comes home changed, broken, but still grateful to have served? At 6:45 a.m., Marcus sat in his car outside Bella's Coffee Corner. He'd almost driven past 3 times. Part of him wanted to find a new coffee shop, avoid the embarrassment, the looks, but something deeper pulled him forward. Maybe it was pride. Maybe it was stubbornness. Or maybe it was the voice of his drill sergeant still echoing after all these years. Rangers don't quit. Marcus took a breath and started toward the entrance. That's when he saw them. One by one, they appeared. Men and women in dress uniforms walking with the kind of precision that only comes from military training. 43 in total, ranging in age from 22 to 68. They formed two perfect lines from the parking lot to the coffee shop entrance. A tunnel of respect, a corridor of honor, an honor guard for a man who'd been told he wasn't welcome. Lieutenant, Colonel Mitchell stepped forward. Marcus Thompson, these are your brothers and sisters. Today, we have coffee together. Marcus couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. These people, elite warriors, decorated heroes, had come here for him. The procession moved slowly toward the entrance. Marcus in front, 43 military personnel behind him. Derek was behind the counter when they walked in. His face went white. "Good morning," Mitchell announced to the packed coffee shop. "We're here to have coffee with our brother, Marcus Thompson, Army Ranger, Purple Heart recipient, the kind of man who makes America great." The other customers started clapping, slowly at first, then building to thunderous applause. Sarah had heard about what happened. She was behind the counter now, tears streaming down her face. "Marcus, your usual." "Actually," Marcus said, his voice stronger than it had been in months, "I think I'll have something different today. Something bigger." Derek tried to disappear into the back room, but Mitchell's voice stopped him cold. Derek Walsh. "I'd like a word." What Mitchell said to Derek in that back room, no one knows. But Derek emerged 15 minutes later, walked straight to Marcus and handed him a coffee shop gift card. "This covers coffee for life," Derek whispered, "and I'm sorry. I was wrong. Dead wrong." Marcus looked at the card, then at the 43 warriors surrounding him, then at the crowd of regular customers who were still clapping. "You know what, Derek? Keep the card. I don't need free coffee. I just needed to be treated like a human being, like an American." The SEALs stayed for 2 hours. They bought coffee for every customer in the shop. They listened to Marcus's stories. From Afghanistan. They shared their own. But most importantly, they reminded everyone in that coffee shop what real strength looks like. 6 months later, Bella's Coffee Corner has a new policy. Military members, active or retired, drink free on Tuesdays. There's a plaque by the door that reads, "All gave some gave all are welcome here." Derek, he enrolled in a program to help veterans find employment, says it's the least he can do. Marcus still comes in every Tuesday. Same time, same order. But now, he's usually not alone. 3 or 4 other veterans have started joining him, a weekly gathering of people who understand sacrifice. And Sarah, she graduated from nursing school last month. She's working in the VA hospital now, taking care of wounded warriors. Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell visits sometimes. He and Marcus have become close friends. They don't talk much about that Tuesday morning. They don't need to, but here's what nobody talks about. What nobody saw. After everyone left that morning, Marcus sat in his car for 20 minutes and cried. Not from sadness this time, from relief. For the first time since losing his legs, Marcus felt like he belonged somewhere again, like his sacrifice mattered, like he was still part of something bigger than himself. That brotherhood he thought he'd lost forever? It was still there, waiting, watching, ready to stand up when it mattered most. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is ask for help. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let others fight for you. And sometimes, just sometimes, the world reminds you that there are still good people in it. People who remember what honor means. People who understand that freedom isn't free. People who know that heroes come in all shapes, even in wheelchairs. The next time you see a veteran, remember Marcus. remember that the person in front of you might have given everything for strangers they'll never meet. Don't wait for someone else to say thank you.